Good day to the organizational behavior lecturer. I am Abdul Shanam Santa from Group 21C. My metric number is 211220591. Today, my group is going to explain about the company called McDonald's, and I am going to explain about the introduction of the company. The McDonald's Corporation was established in 1940 at a restaurant in San Bernardino, California by Richard and Matrice McDonald. The founder of McDonald's is Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc then established the McDonald's Corporation in 1955 and opened the first store in Des Plaines in Illinois. He brought out the McDonald brothers in 1961. McDonald's has grown to become the world's largest restaurant corporation. Ray Kroc is a guy who aspires for greatness. Ray Kroc is also shown having a great business sense, excellent presenting abilities, and a strong sense of commitment, even though he can't do much for himself, but he surrounds himself with great people. McDonald's, as the world's largest fast food restaurant, employs its organizational culture to attract consumers and talented employees. The habits, practices, and values that impact employees' behavior are defined by an organizational culture. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our lecturer. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Raja Nurul Shazila binti Raja Aris. I am from 21C and my metric number is 211220654. Today, I am going to present about SWOT analysis for McDonald's Malaysia. SWOT analysis is a strategic management and strategic planning technique that used to help an organization to identify and analyze all the strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats. McDonald's is the 9th most valuable brand compared with other fast food restaurants. One of the top menus in McDonald's is their best tasting fries, says customer survey. Besides that, the strength of McDonald's has a multi-billion real estate empire. This is because they are having 1,000 of premium locations around the globe. Next, the weakness of McDonald's Malaysia is supply chain interaction. McDonald's, being one of the greatest food franchise, frequently has interruption. It also reduces the availability of items that are important to operation. As a result, when a franchise faces such as disruption, operating costs rise, resulting in poorer revenue and profitability. One of the opportunities that McDonald's have is they need to put more efforts to introduce new, like more innovative products and items on their menu to make customers will select them over the new fast food restaurants. McDonald's is one of the companies that has initiated a partnership with Foodpanda and GrabFood Delivery. McDonald's can better reach and meet the requirement of its customers with this mobile delivery and delivery efforts. One of the threats that McDonald's faces is risky investment in technology. McDonald's new efforts have a bright future, but investing in technology is hazardous. Rapid adoption of new technology may lower the return on investment, while the advantage of bettering the customer experience may be less than anticipated. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Akira binti Mak Jaafar with my number is 211222399. As today, I will continue the presentation with my part. Groups and teams are not synonym. A group is defined as two or more persons who interact and are interdependent to achieve certain goal. A work group is a group that meets primarily to share information, make decisions, and assist each group member in carrying out his or her responsibility. A work group is a group of people who collaborate and or rely on another to complete their tasks. A work team, on the other hand, develops good synergy. Individual efforts result in a performance that is larger than the sum of individual input. Teams are opposed to static entities, are more likely to be continually evolving and adapting. Work teams are more accurate to employ in McDonald's management system to preserve working organizations. Cross-functional teams and virtual teams are the two sort of teams. To begin with, cross-functional teams are more common in the McDonald's system. Cross-functional teams are made up of people with similar job title but diverse work area who work together to complete a task. McDonald's drive-thru, for example, has several teams to work with, such include the express checkout teams, cafe drinks team, and food items team. This team must communicate to complete their order as quickly as possible to impress the client. If the express checkout team will make a mistake with the client's order, the remaining two teams will make the same error. Giving the goods incorrectly may result in complaint or little confusion among the employees. Cross-functional teams, on the other hand, are challenging to handle due to the high level of collaboration required. Before transformation may occur with unnecessary frictions, an environment of trust must be established. For the following teams, virtual teams. The previous section team worked face-to-face, but virtual team employ computer technology to connect, physically separated people to achieve a shared purpose. For example, after restaurant continues to turn to technology as crucial tool to enhance sales, it may form a virtual workforce focusing on digital client engagement. Virtual teams may utilize technology to reach out to consumers and increase sales. As part of the annual, McDonald's has installed digital self-order kiosks in its restaurant, expanded meal delivery, and make a tech-focused investment. In addition, virtual teams can work with the marketing sales team on either offline or online sales. Next, power in organization behavior refers to A, ability to influence B behavior such that B act in line with A wishes. As a result, someone might have power but not utilize it. It is a capacity or potential. The fact that power is consequences of dependency is probably the most crucial component of it. Consider power, reward power, legitimate power, expert power, and referent power as some example of organization power. Positive power is a reward power which achieves conformity by the ability to deliver desirable benefit to others. This incentive may be observed in McDonald's management, where employees can have their pay adjusted or get bonus. This incentive power also includes employee recognitions and advancement title. Legitimate power is yet another beneficial force the authority bestows to a person as a result of his or her positions in organization formal hierarchy. In this scenario, a manager or supervisor is an example where manager or supervisor have the power to control the works of others and awards reward and penalty as the McDonald's organization permits. Next topic, there are several definitions of organization politics. Essentially, this type of politics focus on the use of authority to influence organization decision-making, sometimes for self-serving, and organization-approved actions. Political activity goes outside the scope of the words. It takes considerable efforts to use power bases. It involves efforts to influence the goal, criteria, or decision-making processes. The individual factor is a factor that determines political conduct. Employees who are self-monitor, have an internal center of control, and have a strong thirst of power are more likely to participate in political conduct. Individuals with an internal locus of control are more likely to adopt a proactive position and seek to influence things to their advantage, so they feel they can control their surroundings. This may be evident in a leadership team, some that can manage conditions to benefit themselves more, or create an environment where employees will listen to their comment. If no one is aware of a disagreement, it is often assumed that no conflict occurs. Opposition or incompatibility as well as engagement are required to initiate the conflict process. Conflict is the moment in a continued engagement where the interaction develops into a disagreement. People in company face a wide range of conflict due to purpose, incompatibility, differing perception of facts, disagreement about behavior standards, and so on. Identifying the source of disagreements or what the dispute is about is one of methods of understanding conflict. Although each dispute is unique, conflicts are divided into three categories: trust, relationship, and process. Thus, conflict is related to the word substance and aims. Interpersonal connection are the center of relationship conflict. Process conflict concern how word is complete. The conflict process may look like this. First stage is potential opposition or incompatibility. Stage 2 is connection and personalization. Stage 3 is intentions. Stage 4 is a behavior, and stage 5 is the last stage is outcome. This position in McDonald's management might be problematic if no solution is found by management, the company, teams, or the individual. This is because the conflict can manifest itself in a variety of ways, including communication, structure, and personal element. And if there is no solution to a conflict, a problem will become more and more, and that is and that is not good for management to continue their evaluation of working. And that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day lecturers and friends. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nurhida binti Muhammad Noor. My matrix number is 211220643. I would like to talk about organizational culture and its changes in McDonald's. In organizational culture, it has several characteristics that significant to McDonald's, which is people centricity, individual learning, organizational learning, and lastly, diversity and inclusion. The aspects of culture that have two types, which is strong and weak. For the strong culture, it has four things, such as products, staff, communicating with customers, and lastly, working environment. That means McDonald's diversity policy promotes an environment free of unlawful discrimination. In weak culture, it has three things, such as staff turnover rates, quality and standards issue, and lastly, public perception as a junk food brand. Part 2. Organizational changes and management. For example, in McDonald's, they change up the menu, improving customer service, economic climate, political factors. That means politics and governance play a big role in influencing changes at McDonald's, especially in Malaysia, where deliverables are strictly regulated. Next, social factors, and lastly, technological factors. Last but not least, the effects of organizational change in McDonald's. Lately, McDonald's has seen a significant change. Upgrading technology is one of the alterations. Customers can now place orders and pay for their purchases using what appears on screen. In addition, all shops have been remodeled as a result. To get a more contemporary feel, they removed all of the play areas and installed another drive-thru. Other than that, will McDonald's lose customers as a result of this change? In order to reduce ambiguity, management should communicate with their employees the urgency of the franchise decision to undertake such a radical shift. Because everything is interconnected and given appropriate and equal attention. This has the additional effect of ensuring excellent governance, proper management, and a right balance of people and organizational culture. If an organization wants to succeed, they must embrace it. Before I end this speech, I would like to say thank you for your concern.
Hello, I'm Helen Dafridli, and I'm going to discuss about the analysis to what extent the organizational behavior in McDonald's company. McDonald's company involved in the three aspects of level of analysis, which have influenced job satisfaction and employee retention in the company. These three aspects includes individual, group, and organizational level of analysis. Much organizational behavior research ultimately aims to provide human resource management professionals with the information and tools they need to choose. First, we are going to discuss about the group level of analysis. As for group level of analysis, group dynamics, intra- and intra-group conflict and cohesion, leadership, power, norms, interpersonal communication, networks, and roles are among the topics studied. For instance, McDonald's company believes that leadership is one of the factors that influence the satisfaction of the worker. Managers of the company have been through the process of training and lead other workers in the company to serve customers well. Furthermore, as for individual level of analysis, it involves in the study of learning, perception, creativity, motivation, personality, turnover, task performance, corporate behavior, deviant behavior, ethics, and cognition. For instance, McDonald's company implements Frederick Herzberg's two-factor theory, which distinguishes between contentment and discontent and includes two variables, which is motivation and hygiene considerations. Last but not least, organizational level of analysis. McDonald's company undergo organizational level of analysis, which influence both group and individual level of analysis. It involves the worker's personality that affect the performance level.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Nashira binti Muhammad Zani. I'm from 21C. My metric number is 211-222-398. I will talk about a few suggestions for McDonald's to enhance the effectiveness of organizational behavior activities in the McDonald's. First of all, McDonald's can use positive reinforcement. For example, giving rewards to the employee that can achieve their target within the time that given. In this way, McDonald's employees have the encouraged to achieve their target and can influence the McDonald's sales and production. Other than that, McDonald's can organize team building exercise for the employees so that they can feel more encouraged to make their work. There are several venues outside of work where we may have fun and build team spirit among employees. Just example, McDonald's can make activities among managers and employees that also can bond good relationship between employees. Last but not least, the way to improve of effectiveness of organization behavior in McDonald's company is always review employee feedback about work and taking action immediately if needed. Employee is one of the most important person in organization. For every idea or suggestion, the company have to take the action to know that if the idea is work or not. That's all from me. Thank you.